Human intervention definitely is required. Validation is definitely required. I see, yes, AI has matured a lot from what we had seen a few years ago.
Have you seen AI agents or AI having a profound impact on certain aspects of hiring?
I still see the substantial impact in the sourcing and the screening region. Because the AI agent definitely is able to scout through the that ocean rather than digging into the same, fishing into the same old pool.
When sourcing and let's say screening and some of these activities become more and more automated, more and more AI driven.
So of course, everything depends on how much you are training. It is a continuous learning. AI has to be in that school always. Have to their degree never completes.
We focus on external data a lot. And systems products like us, we do quite a lot of that AI-led matching, screening, pre-screening, scheduling. A whole bunch of those activities are automated. This is what we do. But we always feel that one missing block is how have we done this in the past? If you want to compare machine to humans, the thing is, what's the delta? How bad was it or how great it was? And this depends on your internal data.
This all depends at how much relearning and learning on certifications or new trends industry, because AI keeps us current. Even if I'm going for a typical DevOps role also, the AI would scout through everything, industry trend, what is going, so that whatever data, which is the best DevOps for us, they would find not as per the 6 months ago trend. They'll find it for our current trend. So it all depends on how much training we give to the AI.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another podcast series from Hyreo. And today we're going to talk a little bit about AI agents and how AI agents are transforming the whole talent ecosystem. We're going to look at it from GCCs or global capability centers. We're going to also look at it from technology companies and other companies which are hiring for highly skilled workforce. I've got a fantastic panelist with us today, somebody who has hands-on built teams, build GCCs or operating centers for global companies back here in India. So I think it's going to be a great conversation. Prerna Rajan of Damco Solutions, a warm welcome to you, Prerna. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you. I'm really excited to have a conversation today. And, yesterday I read somewhere, somebody had written on LinkedIn that 16 years of hiring, still it excites me. So I have close to 2 decades of experience in HR, and of course now from past decades I have taken completely business role in HR. But till date it excites me, and I see everything revolving around that. That excites me further. That I have a lot of scope to learn and contribute. So that's how I started my career in HR. I was at the front seat and managing end-to-end HR. And while managing, I gradually, thanks to my manager, the MD of the organization, she could foresee that I can translate this knowledge into, I can monetize it. And that's how I started heading the business partnership of HR. And that's how I started giving a lot of talent solutions, managed services. The GCC came on its own way, in a very organic manner. And currently, globally, I'm handling the complete partnership in the talent solution space for
Lovely,
GCCs
Prerna.
and other. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Prerna, for joining. And I think that a little bit about yourself that you spoke kind of correlates to how you talk about HR being a co-pilot for business growth. I think that's where it comes from. Started as HR, became a talent person, became the solution person.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's how I feel that HR is the co-pilot, because HR actually relates to all the people and every people. Even that's the culture of Damco, that even if you are a trainee, you should know what is the end result, so that you really enjoy your work, that how you are contributing. So that is the business sense, that is the understanding of the project everyone should have. And I'm really happy that I have really it's not only that I have taken a lot of interest and enjoyed, I have learned a lot that how HR is really contributes in the entire capability and capacity development in the organization. So it's indeed HR is the co-pilot of the business.
Lovely. So let's get straight into this whole topic of automation, AI agents, etc. Right? Especially from the world that you come from, Prerna. We're talking about quick scale up, GCCs, building teams ground up, right? So this is where I would say a lot of AI infusion has been observed in the last few years. And if you were to break this down, right, if you take high volume hiring to begin our conversation on, whichever kind of organizations that you're doing, have you seen AI agents or AI having a profound impact on certain aspects of hiring? Let's say it's great in sourcing, it's great in screening, maybe in candidate engagement. Have you seen places where AI has had a substantially higher impact?
So I still see the substantial impact in the sourcing and the screening region. Because the AI agent definitely is able to scout through the entire ocean rather than digging into the same, fishing into the same old pool. So I see it does have made a lot of difference in coming up with not only with the so it is addressing actually the starting point. Every organization always had this fear that the sources they are not able to relate to what all needs an organization can have. So they are very stringent to the JD. They go for just very uh, transactional kind of interactions, yes and no. The AI agent has solved that problem. They just don't find the skill; they find the potential also. So sourcing and screening, I feel, has been the greatest impact, the substantial improvement I see with the help of AI agent.
Right. And if I essentially, rephrase that, you're talking about areas where there was a lot of transactional effort spent by recruiting teams. You've already seen results, and that's going to keep improving better and better as we go, right? And a question that usually comes up, and we've seen this in many articles in the past, is when sourcing and let's say screening and some of these activities become more and more automated, more and more AI driven, do you feel that we are going to lose out a sense of that human touch, or do you think we can still live without that? The initial contact, initial conversations, do you think that human touch, that balance is required, or the world has transformed to that level where AI is dependable to do that?
See, of course, AI is actually AI agent is your AI is your team member. Okay, it is something doing that work which used to take a week's time are now being done in minutes. There were certain questions for which there is a very like scheduling, status updating. There are a few typical FAQs. Those interaction, of course, AI can handle and should handle because there is a runtime response and the candidate feels good. But going beyond that interaction, that how was the approach, how did you do, what should have been good, wherein the candidate does not feel like being processed, but being heard. So that kind of intervention definitely recruiter can do. And now recruiter AI has given all the data and time to become more human rather.
Got it. Got it. Now, the other aspect of it is, models are getting better and better at understanding, matching, understanding the right fit profile, for example, right? The other aspect of getting the best talent for a particular position is that the feedbacks loop that needs to come in from business who is hired. Now, HR and talent teams essentially function as the conduit for that process to happen between the business and the external talent. How much do you think you are getting, or AI systems for that matter, are getting feedback from the business with respect to, the actual process that's run? Are we being able to kind of do that, skill mapping or requirement mapping really well? AI systems have matured, or you think there's something that we probably would need on that?
So of course, everything depends on how much you are training. It is a continuous learning. AI has to be in that school always. Have to Their degree never completes. So when you talk about feedback loop, so again, it is all coming from, while talking again, I have goosebumps because these are the pain areas all of us have experienced on the ground. And I remember uh, that I think the entire world is very happy wherein the AI, since they are able to go through the entire ecosystem, they can go through your profile, success projects, your community forum, your research papers, whatever I have done. It can scout through everything. So here, it all depends at how you train. So now coming back to the feedback loop. So let's say, uh, because human intervention is very important. So let's say AI has recommended the ranking of the candidates, and I pick the lowest candidates. I decide based on whatever recommendations and data points I have. I decide to go for the lowest rating. I feel that candidate is the best candidate. Now, if over the period that candidate really performs best or performs very well, then of course that the entire journey has to be fed to the AI to train, to relearn that what was the miss. And similarly, since AI helps to not only find the candidates, it also finds the inside potential inside employees. So it is also important for the AI to train on the entire journey of all those in-house employees who have transitioned into new roles. So this all depends at how much relearning and learning on certifications or new trends industry, because AI keeps us current. Even if I am going for a typical DevOps role also, the AI would scout through everything, industry trend, what is going, so that whatever data, which is the best DevOps for us, they would find not as per the 6 months ago trend. They'll find it for our current trend. So it all depends on how much training we give to the AI. So coming for that skill also. So whether it's skill, whether it's feedback. For skill also, AI, like let's say when I give the JD to my team, the team would say, okay, Python is needed. Okay, AI would map Python with Django also, with data science also, with DevOps also, and would give that kind of solution. So nowadays we see that there is a very polyglot across platform requirements also. So these AIs, they are able to predict that this kind of trend is coming. So you might be a developer, you have to as well do the unit testing, and not only back end, front end. You have to do. I mean, there are various kind of very bizarre combinations also, which AI is able to predict. So it helps the organization to prepare themselves accordingly.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that. And it ultimately boils down to how are you training your systems. But
Right.
In my little experience, I'll tell you how I see this, Prerna. A lot of times we focus on external data a lot, and systems products like us, we do quite a lot of that AI-led matching, screening, pre-screening, scheduling. A whole bunch of those activities are automated. This is what we do. But we always feel that one missing block is how have we done this in the past? If you want to compare machine to humans, the thing is, what's the delta? How bad was it or how great it was? And this depends on your internal data. It might be going through and doing a lot of analysis on the last 2 years of hiring, because as somebody who's a great fit, it will come clearer to the organization at least after like 6 months to a year, the kind of talent that you onboarded. So hence the question of how you also see it. I think we kind of converge on that factor. Now, because we are talking about external talent coming in and organizations looking at having different sort of combinations of diversity and talent, inclusion activities that I think every organization today is focused on because of the obvious business benefits that it brings, right? Now, this is another area that we get a lot of questions on. You're building AI. We have certain goals. As an organization, we have certain goals around diversity and inclusion. How do you make sure that systemically you are going to take care of it? Do you think AI in the first place is capable of doing it? Do you see as a practitioner, somebody who comes from the background of enabling businesses to grow with talent, right? Do you see, AI being able to handle that, or you think there is a lot more to be done on that?
Yeah. Again, AI would be able to handle what we give. So again, it's very important to audit our data properly, whether it's biases, any kind of biases, whether in terms of gender, qualification. And that's how you see there is a lot of focus, and everyone is talking about that there should be focus on skill. There should not even focus on what kind of pedagogy you have. It might bias your, color your decision. So, see, Damco never ever, otherwise also AI or non-AI, we never used to capture name, of course, was there, but it is suggested that for AI, you should not even, because AI can scout, it can find that person. So you should train the AI only on the skills to have that inclusion, to mitigate any kind of gap there. So in age, even age, name, any kind of school, all those things should not, all personal details should not be there. It should be completely project, skill, certification, these things should only be mentioned. So I think that then that based on that data, and of course it requires a lot of audit, because it's a very slow process. But I think that's how it all depends again, how much your data is audited and how much you are training your AI. The system would perform accordingly.
Absolutely. And you touched upon a very interesting piece of it: audit, explainability, transparency, and then organizations taking that responsibility as well. So essentially, you've built a system which is able to scout through and get some part of the process, but on the other side, there's a new residual work that has come in terms of auditing and creating that transparency for our own good, and of course for the larger society, right? This leads us to governance. This leads us to organizations defining new governance models and looking at the way they are analyzing data on the talent side. In your view, is it something that that has matured? Is our organizations today mature enough to pick that governance, that validation? Because a lot of these policies could essentially break on the ground if that governance structure is not there. And for large organizations, it's always going to be a pain.
Yeah. So, see, the large organizations or GCCs, they are present in many countries. So naturally, everything is different. The resumes are different. The skills are written at times in different way. There are different governance policies. There are different privacy laws. So humanly, it is not possible for one person to actually navigate through that and then unify it, and at the same time maintain the local respect and applicability of that. So naturally, no doubt, AI helps in that. But again, the validation part is to be done by human being. So the entire governance, I feel that AI is able to collect the data, bring certain data points to you, and that's a good job. And of course, AI would keep maturing on that, because I think even human beings are also learning. For one person, there can be n number of person who could be doing that. Earlier, it used to be every country used to have its own compliance team who used to send that this is what we follow, and then there used to be so much of back and forth on that only. I have also seen that since it is becoming a boundaryless ecosystem gradually, AI is only helping to do that. But my answer for every section till now, whatever you have asked, is that human intervention definitely is required. Validation is definitely required. I see, yes, AI has matured a lot from what we had seen a few years ago. But of course, AI cannot differentiate whether I am in Databricks or I have Databricks skill. That kind of error can be there. So therefore, human validation is required.
Got it. Now, going one step back, Prerna, in terms of AI doing some of the work. that humans used to do, especially in the screening or maybe identifying talent or maybe even shortlisting talent, for example, right? Have you seen AI, or in your experience, have you seen AI really being able to pull out certain behavior patterns, certain, I would say, signal markers, essentially beyond, let's say, the obvious CV pieces, that's helping talent leaders to make decisions?
Yeah. So since AI is able to scout through the entire digital presence, which humanly my team might not have even that kind of time to go through that. So since it can go through how has been my uh, work approach, how what I'm doing on my community forum, how active I am, what interests me. So it is other than different kind of skills, the AI is able to navigate through and then bring the data points around that, and it brings its own recommendations. And definitely, it's us human beings to read through it and then take decisions. So I would say that it has made a lot of difference, and it does do an awesome job of at least collating and bringing its own recommendations.
And is there a question of privacy there? Is there a question of the kind of data that AI is pulling on humans to unearth some of these things? Do you see that as a risk?
Yeah. So actually, this area, to be very frank, I have to explore more, because it does appear to me a risk. Because we are ourselves working on, AI. Um, Trustworthy AI. We have this product and we are working on that, and we are trying to give this service that how you can have trustworthy AI. We are partnered with Microsoft. So this is no doubt a very concerning thing, and a lot of work is going around on fixing this in DAPO. So no doubt it is there, but of course it has solution.
Right. Now, very quickly, if I was to summarize, Prerna, some of the points that we discussed, on one side, we've got conviction that AI is able to do a lot of tactical support for recruiters on the ground. A lot of things that we used to do, maybe repetitive, maybe admin, obviously has gotten taken off by agents. We are seeing better training models that we spoke about, feedback loops that we spoke about, the more holistic 360 view that that AI can give about candidates. We're talking about the ethical part of it, the privacy part of it, etc. Right? All of this kind of leads us to this fact that organizations need to audit data. They need to be looking at that to create safer, more dependable AI in ways, right? But have you seen organizations moving in a direction where they're looking at insights on a real-time basis? Recruiters are looking at insights on a real-time basis. Hiring managers are looking at this on a real-time basis to adapt and kind of be more productive on the ground.
Yeah, of course. So I would not say the end-to-end cycle. We have to yet reach there. But in sourcing and screening, I see that it is happening. And that really helps to have a real-time conversation. And the candidate also, there is a complete momentum there. So, of course, in the initial stage, it is happening. The recruiters are getting the insights. They know what to talk, how to talk, what should be shared, rather than waiting for the hiring managers to actually give the feedback. So and that has always been the pain area. This area had the maximum pain area, which AI has really is. And I see a lot of people, the kind of hiring product I had seen a few years ago, and now what I see, there is a huge transition. So probably there's a lot of training going on, a lot of improvement. There used to be concern that like the way we make JDs with the help of AI, the candidates are also making their CVs with the help of AI. So how do we know even the blast which we are getting, the shortlisted CVs which we are getting are the fake CVs or the right CVs? And that is where AI agent is doing a wonderful job in scouting to the entire digital presence and coming with the right. So yes, this is happening.
Great, great. I mean, I would agree with you on the fact that some of the pieces like what you said, sourcing is a classic example where auditing becomes a little bit more easier. It's direct. It's the feedback is quite pretty much real time, right? You don't have a time when business is not giving you feedback on that. But great. I think being cognizant of the time, Prerna, we do want to respect that. But lovely conversation on the potential of AI and potential of how this could transform the way we are doing, be it GCC, be it large volume hiring, be it sectors where you would want more talent in a shorter amount of time. But looking forward, Prerna, in your view, in the next, I wouldn't go beyond 5, let's say next 3 to 5 years, right? Where do you think people need to focus on? Talent leaders, people who are in recruiting, people who are in talent functions. How do you see this evolving? What is your message for them? What do you want them to prioritize for, them to learn, understand, cope up with? Your message for them?
Yeah. So no doubt, as we are already discussing, that AI is making this piece very predictive and fast and personalized. So in 3-5 years, it's going to mature more. And of course, AI is a buzzword and everyone has a FOMO of using, and nobody is actually using it end to end. Everyone, every day you see new tools, new platforms, new things coming up. But I think all of us have to pause and we have to pick one piece, one high volume piece where you can, and which is your pain area, which that is has a structured process to really see how successful it is. So like there are few GCCs, they go for high volume campus hiring. So they can do pilot of AI in campus hiring. There are few GCCs, there are few companies, they go for based on, let's say there's a Salesforce company, they want Salesforce. So if there is a domain-based hiring, there is a technology-based hiring, platform-based hiring. So everyone, my message would be that we should start with one pilot, see end-to-end success, and then we should actually, I had read it somewhere that, start with easy and then work hard, because it really encourages you to see the success and understand what is your capability, how much you can chew, and then take next step.
Absolutely. I think I can't agree more on that. A lot of the enterprise failures happen when you're trying to do so many things together. If you can get a measured pilot to success, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot more buy-in from the organization and a lot more need for building, more and more on AI. Lovely, again, as usual, talking to you, Prerna, and talking about some of these things around AI and agentic world. Love the enthusiasm and the positivity that you have towards having more and more AI in a controlled, auditable fashion. Thank you so much, Prerna, for joining us today. I'm sure our audience would have taken back home this message, at least that go try out a pilot and get something working on your organization first. Thank you so much, Prerna.
Thank you so much, Arun. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you.